Hello folks, my name is Gus, and today what I want to talk to you about is my Samsung dishwasher, and it doesn't matter what type of dishwasher you have, developed a leak. And this small leak basically wreaked havoc with my kitchen cabinets. It caused the wood to swell and created no end of problems. Why I was especially disturbed by this is because I purchased a dishwasher for about $1,300, which is a lot of money for a Samsung dishwasher. And the reason I spent a lot of money was because in the upgrade, they gave me was a leak detector. Well, if the dishwasher has a leak, then why didn't this leak detector shut down the dishwasher? That's the question. Well, this is the dishwasher that I'm talking about. It's a Samsung dishwasher, but as I said, it doesn't matter what kind of dishwasher it is. Underneath the dishwasher, there is a plate underneath mine. It's a plastic tray, and basically in the tray is a little hollow there, as you can see. And in this dip, if the water drips out of the motor housing or anywhere inside here where the water pump is here, or the motor housing, then the water would drip and then it'll collect in this tray. And then of course there is a leak detector here, and this leak detector will send a signal to the computer and shut the system down, hopefully, or sound an alarm. Well, in my case, of course, the system leaked and nothing happened. Why is that? And this is the reason for that is because this is where the tray fits here. If you can see that, it's black, so it's very difficult to see. But basically the tray sits underneath the motor housing. Unfortunately for me, the actual leak occurred here, where the input water goes into this brass fitting here and into the dishwasher. Now, it took me a long while to identify where the leak was because, as you can see, it's very difficult to see in here, and the leak was inside here. So what I did was I eventually did open up the dishwasher, and I took out this inlet valve. And this inlet valve developed a leak where the blue solenoid is glued to the actual body, the white body there of the inlet valve. And basically when this solenoid is energized from these two electrical prongs, the solenoid opens the gate and the water is allowed to come in. When the electricity is shut off, the solenoid closes the door and the water stops coming in. Well, for some reason, this blue item here on the solenoid is glued to the main body, and that failed, and this started dripping. Unfortunately, it dripped for many, many weeks and months, and damage was done, and I didn't know it. And inside my kitchen cabinet, as you can see, the wood swelled. And so what I did was I put some caulking in there to remedy that problem. However, I did not want to just fix the problem. I needed to find a solution to make sure it didn't happen again. So what I did was I have the leak detector already built in there, but obviously it was not catching the water dripping from the actual inlet valve, which drips about here. Okay, so what I wanted to do, what I did was I created I jimmied a piece of wire. I soldered I took this off, the leak detector off. I soldered two pieces of wire. I just got another piece of wire from an old hairdryer. I soldered the ends on the red and the blue there. And then I just sellotaped the excess wire with some electrical tape. I drilled a hole in the lid, and I pulled the wire out on the other end. And now when I will put this back together, what I will do is I've drilled some holes in the side of my base housing. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see if I can get a torch. There. Now you see I've drilled two small holes there in the base of my floor of the pan that holds the dishwasher together. And what I'm going to do is now thread this wire through here, these two holes here. Okay. I'm going to thread the wire through here, and I'm going to put two electrical clips on here. Something like this. Okay. I'm going to put these two prongs on there. It doesn't matter. You can use anything you want. And basically what happens is these two prongs are going to dangle out of here. Okay. They're going to dangle just so they touch the ceramic tile on the floor. And when they touch the ceramic tile, if there is a water leak here, then the conduction, then the electricity will flow from one of the prongs to the other, and hopefully it will send a signal to the machine and shut it down. So I do not want this to leak again. Of course, the easy option is to go and buy a leak detector for only a few dollars. But the problem with that is, as you know, you go on holiday and you come back and you found you got a leak because you forgot to change the battery in there, or the battery died. And I did not want to use that. If you want to create your own leak detector, there are many videos out there. You can use use an old smoke alarm with a 9-volt battery, and just attach a piece of wire to it, and you can easily jimmy a old smoke detector and turn it into a leak detector, water leak detector, if you want to do that. I just didn't want to add another piece of hardware because the leak detector was already there in my Samsung, and I just extended the piece of wire out of that. I'm going to put 2 metal prongs on here so they'll hang out of here and touch the floor. And if there is a leak and there is a puddle of water, electricity will flow from one of the prongs to the other, and hopefully I'll complete the circuit and shut the system down. I'm going to make sure that I tie it with zip ties and make sure it doesn't hang or get in the way or snag with anything else. Okay. The other thing is, for those who are interested, this valve, if you do have a Samsung dishwasher, I'll never buy another Samsung again. A lot of people have complained that it's a lousy machine. It's very, very difficult to work on. And the parts are so expensive. Samsung wanted $150 for this valve. Can you believe it? You could buy this machine at Costco for not this top of the line machine, but just a base machine from Samsung for $550 at Costco. But they wanted $150 for this valve. It's totally nonsense. So I refused to do that. So I went on eBay and found this valve for about $30, $35 from the USA on eBay, and I ordered it. It took about a week to get here. There were some cheap, more expensive ones in Canada, but I got it from the USA because it's a lot cheaper. The dealers wanted a lot of money as well, which I refused to give them. The other thing is, if you want to get this valve out on a Samsung dishwasher, then there's a metal plate back here. You have to take this electrical box out. There is another video up there on YouTube somebody else has created that will help you. And there are 2 screws here on the left side there. And on the right side, there are 2 more screws in the same sort of position there, behind my finger is. And then you can take this white box out and undo these 2 screws and the earthing screw there. There's 3 screws. Leave the 4 small screws in there. And then you have to remove the side panel and take off this black hose. Only one of the 3 hoses you need to take out. And then this will come out. Then this piece will come out. The valve, input valve will come out. You have to get this backing plate, sheet metal plate out. Make sure you wear some gloves because it is very sharp. Okay. The other thing is, this is the plate that I took out of there on the side. For those of you who want to see it, it's just a sheet metal plate. Again, it's very sharp. Just remove that from the side of the where the water tank is on the side. And you don't need to take the tank out. You just need to remove this hose clip here and pull that out. Now, when you put it back together, just make sure you put the hose in the same direction. Otherwise, it won't line up with the body. And then you can assemble it back together. So hopefully, if this does leak in the future, the alarm will go off and I'll not have a flood in my kitchen or ruin my kitchen cabinets. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. It's my first video, and it's just meant to give you a quick idea on how to create your own leak detector or extend the existing leak detector you have in a Samsung dishwasher or any other dishwasher. All right, thank you very much.